Let me write and send the incident for the first time in my life. If you like, you can tell the listeners. My home is in Kishareganj district. I did not tell the name of the police station. My pseudonym is Mahmoudal. Now, let's come to the incident. The incident started in 2019. It was January. A very close friend of mine. He came to Bangladesh from Malaysia. Then this winter, I and my elder brothers from my area organized a cricket tournament. The tournament was a night tournament. It is worth mentioning that the cemetery of our area is next to the place where we organized the game. So that night, my Malaysian friend and I were discussing how to end this tournament. After the two of us finished talking, we went to each other's houses. It was around 12:30 a.m. The next morning, I woke up around 10 a.m. Mom gave me breakfast, and I ate breakfast. Then I told my mom that I did not sleep well last night. Do you know, all these strange things flashed in my eyes. Mom said it was nothing. I also ignored it and went to complete the tournament work. It was wintertime. There was not much sun. There was a light fog. In this fog, everyone was doing the lighting of the field and other work together. I was sitting with a chair next to the cemetery because my body was feeling very bad. It would be like if someone put a 50-kilogram sack on my head. I would feel tired. Then I noticed a strange shadow in front of me. But the surprising thing is, what is the shadow in this fog? I don't understand. My body started to feel heavier. I fainted from fear when I saw the shadow. I opened my eyes and saw that I was in my house. It was 9 p.m. Where did these 10 hours of my life go? I can't say. Everyone asked me, what happened? I told everyone in detail. Everyone said that you were sitting near the cemetery, so you might have been scared like this. Then my mother gave me food. I ate food and went to sleep in my room as usual. But in my dream, I suddenly saw the shadow that I saw next to the cemetery. She told me again in her dream that this is just the beginning. Where will you see the end of this? I woke up. I looked at the clock and saw that it was 3 o'clock. I didn't sleep the rest of the time. The call to prayer for dawn came, and immediately my surroundings became so quiet. I prayed and fell asleep. I woke up around 0 inches the morning. I got up and had breakfast and sat there all day, and I wondered what had happened to me at night. After the evening, my Malaysian friend, his nickname is Adar, came to my house and said, "Come on, friend, let's go for a walk." Then I also didn't leave the house all day. At his words, I left the house, and we went to a riverbank 3 kilometers away from our house. The two friends went there to chat. It was about 12 at night when I said, "We have to go to our friend's house." We both started walking and walked about 1 kilometer. Then, on the way back, a tamarind tree fell, and that shadow appeared in front of my eyes. Then I was a little scared when I saw that the tamarind tree was getting darker, but I didn't tell my friend. But then I saw that he could feel it a little. I was still walking after seeing this, but I was not prepared for what happened while walking. This time, I saw someone standing there like a tall palm tree, wearing a black cloak and 2 legs. Terrified, we started reciting Ayatul Kursi. I saw it slowly blending back into the darkness. So we reached home with great difficulty, like that day. When we arrived, I saw that 2 pieces of cloth were missing from 2 places on our bodies. The part above the knee from my jeans and a part from the back of my shirt. After telling my mother everything in detail at home, my mother took me to a huzur the next day. Hearing everything, huzur asked me and my mother to meet huzur after Maghrib prayers. We also went to huzur after Maghrib prayers. After going, huzur said that I had been harmed by a human jinn. I was a little surprised to hear this, Who wants to harm me again? When I asked Huzur, he told my mother that it was impossible for me to say now, but I am doing some work and everything will be fine. Later, Huzur gave me an amulet and told me never to open it. Since then, everything has been going well. But a dog used to run after my bike at night, but this too gradually led to a solution to a problem. I no longer see the shadow. 4 years have passed. The main story begins in July 2023. I see that shadow again. I went to sleep at night. Then, right in front of the house, I saw a clock lying in this pitch black darkness. It was very bright. I left the room to look at the clock, but I couldn't get close. When I got close, it moved away from me. In the meantime, I had come a long way. Suddenly, I saw the clock in front of my eyes, and the man I saw in 2019 had come in front of me. Suddenly, I regained my composure. Where had I gone? There was only darkness all around, and that tall man was standing in front of my eyes. I said to God, I ran backwards. Where had I come? I don't know how long I had been running. I don't remember anything. I lost consciousness at one point. Suddenly, someone is pouring water on my face. I regained consciousness. The call to Fajr is being made. Someone is asking me how I got here. The places where I was sitting with a chair, that is the graveyard. I didn't tell them much. I just told them to take me home. The people of the area then called Amma. Amma was crying when she saw me and asked what was going on. I told Amma everything, but the problem was that the next morning I started having fever, stomach pain, back pain, and difficulty breathing. I felt like my time might be up. Immediately, I was admitted to a hospital in Dhaka, but after 3 days of treatment, the doctor could not find any disease in me. I could not eat anything. I was released from the hospital. I came home. My condition started getting worse. Then Amma met that Huzur. Huzur asked to take me. I went to Huzur's house. Huzur saw me and said that he could not solve this problem. The amulet I had given me was broken, and so it was possible to do black magic with that genie. A day later, Huzur will come to our house. Huzur said that the road will have to be cleared by his fostered jinn, and he said that the original pure cotton comes to keep a person with him. So we arranged everything according to Huzur's words. Huzur came a day later, that is, on Saturday night, at approximately 10 p.m. He took me to a room and sat me down, and the person with the cotton was also brought in. Huzur invited his guests by lighting 4 candles in the 4 corners of my room and turning off the light fan. The light fan was turned off. Even then, a strong wind filled the room. It seemed that the candle flame would go out right away. Everything in the room slowly started to calm down, and that Libra man was making a hum sound. It sounded scary. Huzur said, "There is nothing to be afraid of." Then the Libra man greeted us. We accepted his greeting. Huzur asked, "What is your name?" He replied, "Kanchana." Then the Libra man asked Huzur, "Why did you call me?" Then Huzur said, "I called you because of the problem of the boy sitting in front of you. How can I cure him?" Then Huzur's foster jinn said, "A human has done black magic through a wicked jinn, but you still have 3 hours. If you have something to do, you have to do it now." Huzur's foster jinn said, "We can do everything, but we have to make him happy." Later, Huzur said, "Everything will be fine. You first cure him." Then the Libra man told us to bring 3 red blood hyacinth flowers. As promised, 3 blood hyacinth flowers were brought immediately. It was as if the jinn, the guardian of the Lord, blew it 3 times. After the Fajr call to prayer, I was asked to go to the cemetery and eat 3 flowers every day for 3 days. They would do the rest of the work. Then 17 amulets and a doll were brought out of my house. First, I saw a watch. It was in the exact place where I saw the doll being brought out from under the ground. This doll was wearing the clothes of my jeans, and they were all burned in the fire. Then we all wanted to know who did all this. Then he told me about a friend of mine, which I couldn't believe. Then the jinn said, the marriage that I had arranged a few days ago also broke up because of that friend. I am not revealing the name of my friend. My relationship with that friend was ruined because of money. I gave him money, but he cheated me in return. Then I finished all the work as the jinn had said. We'll move on to our next event. You all must remember the story of Atmabandhi Jagdura. Yes, today we have brought you the episode of Atmabandhi Jagdura. I apologize to everyone for any unintentional mistakes in my writing. It would be wrong to call the incident that I am going to tell you today a mere incident. This is actually a terrible confession or confusion of my life. Today, for the first time, I am opening this dark chapter of my life in front of you and your countless listeners. God knows best what my final fate will be or what is written on my forehead in the afterlife. But at least by telling everyone this incident, I feel that the stone weighing on my chest may be a little lighter. I hope that you will definitely broadcast this incident of mine on your channel so that no one else makes the same mistake as me. Before going into the depth of the incident, I want to talk about one thing. What really happened to me, how I got on this path of destruction, you will understand only after hearing the incident. To be honest, I have now become that girl about whom the people of my neighborhood or area whisper, stay away from that girl, and she knows magic. She did not go, but no one knows how I actually came to this terrible path. And now, even if I want to go back, no matter how hard I try, I will not be able to return to the path of goodness. My house is in a Mofussil area a little far from Mymensingh. Our neighborhood is as old as our house is, and it is dilapidated and ancient. There is a high boundary wall around the house. In the middle is a very deep and creepy courtyard. Right in the middle of that courtyard stands a huge old neem tree. Its branches want to grasp the sky. As you enter through the main gate of the house, there is a small house on the left side of the elephant. That was my grandmother's house. We used to call it grandmother's house. At the time I am talking about, grandmother had died almost 3 years ago, but since her death, that house was always locked. No one entered that house. My mother often warned me, Sabina Kabardar, don't forget to look at that house. You won't like it if you go there. It will make you sick. But the human mind is very strange. People are most attracted or curious about things that they are repeatedly forbidden or forbidden from. Whenever I passed by that closed room as a child, a strange smell would come to my nose. The smell was a bit like incense or incense sticks. Sometimes it felt like someone had just left the room. A tree would surround me with a creepy feeling. One day, my father was on duty in the office, so it would be late to return home. My mother was also tired and fell asleep early. It was late at night. I quietly went to stand in front of the door of their forbidden room. A strange battle of fear and curiosity was going on in my mind. I reached out my hand in fear and grabbed the door handle. Surprisingly, the door was already open. I was shocked. This door is always closed. Who opened this door? Or was it a mistake in my mind? But the curiosity, I said, curiosity did not let me stop. I slowly pushed the door open and entered. As soon as I stepped into the room, my body shivered. The room was unusually cold. It felt as if someone had turned on the AC, but there was only one fan in our entire house at that time. That too, in another room, I looked at the wall. There was an old black and white picture of my grandmother hanging there. It was probably a picture of her when she was young. Grandma was smiling in the picture, but there was something mysterious or strange about that smile. It felt like she was looking directly at me and smiling. There was an old wooden cupboard in one corner of the room. Seeing the cupboard reminded me of my childhood. I remember it clearly. When I was very young, Grandma would often sit in front of this cupboard and mumble something, sometimes in a very low voice, and sometimes quite loudly. She would utter strange words. When I would ask Grandma, "What are you reading?" she would smile and pat my head and say, "Don't worry, sister. I am reciting the prayers. When you grow up, you should also recite these prayers." I don't know if some devil had settled in my head. I walked towards that cupboard as if enchanted. A large lock was hanging on the cupboard. I grabbed the lock with a trembling hand. Surprisingly, without a key, the lock opened at the touch of my hand, as if it was waiting for me. The whole thing seemed very unusual to me. It seemed that everything that was happening to me was planned or pre-planned, as if someone was pulling the lever from the invisible and opening all the doors and locks for me so that I could easily bring about my own destruction. The cupboard door opened with a catch-catch sound. Inside were many old folds of clothes. As soon as I removed the clothes, I saw something wrapped in a black cloth at the very bottom. My heart rate increased. I carefully took out the black packet. As soon as I removed the black cloth on top, a very old, worn-out book came out. The cover of the book was torn. The pages had turned yellow with age. There was some writing on the book in strange characters in Arabic and Persian. I knew how to read Arabic, so I tried to read the writing. There was writing there. Anyway, I'm not reading it. I'm just telling you the Bengali version so that you don't get scared. Just open it. I stupidly ignored the warning. Actually, I wasn't stupid. I didn't even know the meaning at that time. I opened the book with just one glance at the writing. This was the first and biggest mistake of my life. I should have stopped there, closed the book, and run away. But I didn't. As I turned the pages of the book, my eyes widened. Inside were all sorts of strange designs, geometric drawings, and various sentences, all kinds of instructions. Many of the pages were written in red ink. The color of the ink was so dark and black that it seemed that it was not ordinary ink but written with blood. A voice was coming from inside my mind. "Sabina, close the book. This is not good." But my brain was intoxicated with curiosity. My hands could not close the book at all. Instead, they wanted to turn the pages one after another. I was turning the pages. Suddenly, my eyes were caught on a page. There, written in big letters, "You will get what you want. What is lost from you will come back. What is not yours will also be yours. Just call from your heart." There was a special magic process written under the writing. It was said that certain words must be recited in the solitude of the night. For this task, some very simple things were needed. A little salt, black thread, a mirror, and a hair from your own head. I closed the book, but my heart was still pounding. It was not that I was a very religious or prayerful girl, but I was not such a fool that I would suddenly believe in magic. But the problem was my situation and the inferiority of my mind. I felt that my own life was very insignificant and ordinary. With my father's meager income, our family was somehow running. My mother's health was always bad. We couldn't afford her treatment. Meanwhile, I would see how beautiful their lives were at university. They had expensive iPhones in their hands, famous brand clothes on their bodies, expensive bags on their shoulders. And when I looked at myself, I saw nothing but dirty faces and poverty. The fire of jealousy burned in my mind. I always thought, if only I had money like them, we would be rich too. Seeing this book, a hope arose in my mind. I understood that this was black magic. Everything written in it was blasphemy. My conscience kept stopping me. Sabina, don't go down this path. It is the path to destruction. But Satan put it into my brain that there is no easier way to become rich and rich than this. After much thought, I decided that I would do this magic. The addiction to being rich had blinded me. The next night was Thursday night, that is, the night of Juma. It was written in the book that this night is suitable for these things. The night was deep, and everyone in the house was sleeping. I locked the door of my house from the inside. I turned off the lights in the house. I only kept the flashlight of my mobile phone in the cell upside down so that there would be very little light. The book had written that this work should be done in very low light. I sat down with a small mirror in front of me. On a plate next to it, I placed some salt, black thread, and hair taken from my head to the top. Everything was ready. The book was open in front of me. I started reciting the mantra as instructed in the book. The words were difficult to pronounce. They did not come to my tongue, but I kept trying. The book had written that these words should be recited 3 times. As soon as I started reciting, the atmosphere in my room started to change somehow. The fan in my room was off, and the windows were closed, but I clearly felt that a cold wind had started blowing inside the room. It felt like someone was blowing right near my ear or behind my neck. My hands and feet were trembling with fear, but I did not stop. After finishing reading, I looked at my reflection in the mirror as instructed in the book. The book had written, "Look in the mirror, say your name, and think in your mind about this wish that you want the most." I looked at the mirror. For a moment, I felt that my face was covered in various black spots. I looked away in fear. I saw again that the spots were gone. I gathered my courage and said my name and made a wish in my heart that I had made since childhood. You may laugh at my wish or hate me, but my only wish was that everyone should be influenced by me. That I should have a lot of money, that people should envy me, and that I should become the center of attention for everyone. As soon as I thought this, I looked in the mirror and was shocked. I saw that my eyes had turned completely black. The white part was gone. The inside was like smoke. Suddenly my head spun around. Darkness fell over my eyes. Then, I don't remember anything else. When I regained consciousness, I saw that I was lying on the bed. My whole body was soaked in sweat. Even the clothes I was wearing were wet and damp. Mom stood at my head and saw me opening my eyes. Mom was worried and said, "Hey Sabina, are you okay? I came to call you in the morning and found you lying unconscious on the floor." I lied to my mother. I told her that I am really stressed out these days with my studies and I am not sleeping properly at night. On top of that, I have been irregular in my eating and drinking habits. I may have fallen due to weakness. My mother patted my head and said, "Take care of your body, eat and drink properly." Saying this, my mother left. But from then on, I noticed a strange change. I started getting results from whatever I did or the magic I performed in the next few days. Incredible things started happening in my life. I went to university. Before, no one would even look at me. That day, as soon as I entered the campus, I felt like everyone was looking at me. The girls who didn't care about me were laughing at me. I saw them coming to me on their own and talking to me. They were going crazy to be friends with me. I didn't understand what was wrong with them. Earlier, they used to tease me about my clothes or behavior. Now, They are desperate to sit next to me. And it didn't stop there. If any teacher would give me a little scolding in class, these new friends of mine would argue with the teacher on my behalf. I did badly in the last semester. One day, the teacher called me and said, "Sabina, it's actually my fault. I couldn't guide you properly. He is an irritable teacher. He is saying this." The situation at home also changed. One day, when I returned from the university, I saw my father very happy. My father's nature was very serious. He didn't talk to me very much with a smile. But that day, my father called me close to him. He said, "Sabina, you know, Mom gave me a big bonus in the office today. I have decided to buy you a good mobile phone next month." Everything seemed like a dream. All my wishes were being fulfilled like magic, but behind this external happiness, an unknown fear settled in my mind. A strange discomfort consumed me. When I was alone in my room at night, I felt like I was not alone. Someone was next to me. When I was lying down, it felt like someone had come and lay down next to me. The bed was giving out. My conscience was scolding me every moment. A voice came from inside. "Are you not doing what you are doing right, Sabina? The consequences of this will not be good."